Alright, welcome back to the camper build. Just done a dry fit out at the moment, so you can see I've put in my bed frame, which was originally sitting on my shed floor. This front piece here, and my secondary, I guess the nose of the camper. So that's just all clamped on at the moment, just to get an idea of any gaps, anything that and lucky I did, because I underestimated this terribly. So you can actually see, but what I'll do is I'll wedge out this with some extra timber, and I'll actually give it extra security. So it looks alright. Yeah, it's putting my rear wall. I needed my rear wall in quickly for the actual structural integrity of it. We've had crazy weather here, so this is the rear view. So my rear wall, I actually haven't put any ply on the interior. So I've left this gap here so I could access outside of it from inside of it, especially for when I'm bolting it down. There's actually a bit of a bow on the timber, so I'm going to pull that back in when I screw it down and glue it in. But the fit itself looks pretty good. It's a shitty camera, so you don't actually get a good concept of how big it is, but it's 1400 wide to the wall, and it's a beautiful day actually. Yeah, the windows, so the mattress will come up to here-ish, and your pillows, and then yeah, so you'll have plenty of space. It's simply somewhere to sleep. You're not going to be fucking living in it. So I don't like what do I call it? It's a camper van, where your bed is like your living area. Like it's what I've got this big space for, is where I live. During the day, I'll just probably store some stuff up here, maybe some fishing rods or whatever I please. But my rear walls come up alright. I actually over liquid nails. I forgot that I had a door that I'd already cut out for it. So that's the door. The rest of the framing has to go in, but I just needed this in quickly. So again, you see the double stud, and then the exterior frame is what glues it to. So there's a layer of ply in between, and 2 layers of glue and a layer of liquid nails all up. Same on this side, and then it bolts into the existing wall. So it's sitting pretty straight and true at the moment, which I'm pretty pleased at. Yeah, you've got about probably a 2 to 4 mil play in some of the walls, but when you're talking about doing something this large, there's not much more you can really do about it. One thing I didn't even consider, I don't know how I fucked it up, is that the roof is actually not going to fit, but I'll work it out. I'm not overly concerned. I think I'll bolt something into here, and then I'll shape a piece of timber to fit it perfectly. But originally the design was for the roof to sit down on top of that and become the backing as well. But I don't know how my measurements got that off, but I can't complain at the moment. It looks like a camper, you know? Yeah. So I'm pretty pleased currently. There's little things like this will be filled with liquids, and then it has a bit of movement as well. This is actually just a piece of bracing at the moment, which was holding everything straight and true. And that looks into my living area. So now I'm actually out of frames, which is a pleasant thing. I need to finish the rear wall. I need to double stud the front piece. As you can see, it isn't. You can see it from here. It's just a singular at the moment, and then there's that layer of ply, and then the actual exterior framing. So what I'll do is I've got another piece cut, so I'll glue that to there, and then up and top and bottom I'll drill it and screw, just to give it that extra stability, and just it's a strong look. Like underneath you can see the bed frame design, so double studded with the exterior. I think that was double, and that'll end up as a quad. This will, because I have to add an extra 2 there. But my spacing for this was, it differed because you've got a foot end and you've got a head end, and so most of my weight would be in the center here. So my supporting pieces of timber, I don't know what the fuck you call them, are closer together here than they are where my feet would be, because there's not going to be any weight. And also I was actually run out of timber at the time and had to get it done, so there wasn't much I could do at the time. But I just one bracing up here to hold the center, a rear bracing at the top there, holds everything together. Yeah, so I've got 2 sections left to build out after I finish my rear. My window has to go in. I haven't done a window there. That piece there is actually finished from top to bottom. It's all done. I've got a noggin to go in here. It's a wider piece of timber, and it's actually for a handle to bolt onto. So when you're climbing up, you've got something to grab onto, which isn't a door frame. Overall, pleased so far. It's looking okay. So I'll have 2 sections of framing to go in next. So you can see there's a gap. That's what I wanted at the rear wall, but that hasn't come about, has it? So the frame will sit there on top of that front piece and hold that all down. And then I'll go up here to where the angle ends, which is just here. And then there'll be a secondary piece of framing in the top here, which will sit down and hold everything together. That's a lot of frame. That's I think I'm looking at 250, 300 spacing for the actual pieces of timber, as well as double stud exterior, or double wall thick, or whatever, you know. I don't know. The roof doesn't go on yet, but I may box out this front completely because there aren't any cabinetry or anything going in there, so I'm not, it won't be affecting anything, I guess is my point. And then so it's because I need access to be able to, like, this door is not super, I think it's 650 wide, which means I won't be able to fit a lot of things into it. Yes, I could. We'll see. The biggest thing about the roof that people don't think about is, so if I have a stud sitting here or a piece of timber and goes across to the other side, what I want is something to be underneath it to bolt up into or bolt down into, which gives the wall that extra level of security. So here is, I'll have a cabinetry on this side here, and so if I have a wall here, I want a piece of timber running over my roof there, exactly where that is, to give me, so it'll bolt along the roof, down the wall, and then onto the floor. And you can see my studs are all my timbers all marked on my flooring there still from when I drilled it. Yeah, so that's my cabinet deep. That shows you how deep the cabinet is there. Again, slowly, you have to take your time. Peace out.